Every single day, 250,000 people across the world take their final breath. For each of them, the earthly test stops, the ultimate divine courtroom adjourns, and humanity splits into two massive opposing groups standing at the threshold of eternity. At this boundary, the laws of nature, physics, and time governing the human experience are abolished. The transition into the afterlife rewrites human biological and physical limitations from the ground up. On Earth, human beings spend their lives oscillating between two simple goals: avoiding pain and seeking pleasure. Yet our fragile nervous systems have a ceiling. We only ever taste a fraction of a percent of the universe's potential joy or suffering before our biology gives way. What happens to the human mind and body when those biological ceilings on joy and agony are shattered? Earthly reality requires a cycle: plant a seed, wait, harvest, and eat. In heaven, this cycle shatters, replaced by a single node where thought and result overlap. Desiring food manifests it instantly. Consuming a resource doesn't deplete it. Taking a fruit generates an infinite supply without shrinking to source. Your biology undergoes a similar upgrade. The body is locked at its physical peak, 33 years old. Sickness, aging, and physical decay are erased. With no physical breakdown, the need for sleep disappears. The environment matches this tireless state. There is no night, no harsh heat, and no freezing cold, only eternal light and a moderate climate. Physical perfection in jhana means the eradication of biological maintenance, entropy, and effort. A perfect environment would eventually become exhausting if our earthly minds remained unchanged. God removes negative psychological traits from the inhabitants, erasing the capacity for boredom, resentment, or jealousy. This allows individuals to exist in distinct levels of heaven based on their earthly deeds. Someone in a lower tier feels no envy toward those above them because their mind's capacity for satisfaction is calibrated to their specific state. To understand the scale of this reward, look at this representation of Earth. Islamic tradition tells of the very last man to enter Jannah. He assumes it is full, but instead he is granted a kingdom 10 times the size of our world. Yet even a kingdom of that magnitude is eclipsed by the ultimate climax of psychological bliss. The inhabitants will look upon the Creator, a moment so profound it outweighs thousands of years of heavenly pleasure. True, eternal bliss relies on the divine rewiring of human psychology to exist in constant awe. But infinite capacity operates in both directions. In Jahannam, or hell, the removal of biological limits is weaponized. The body is subjected to unimaginable destruction within this suffocating darkness, yet it is denied the release of death. The physics of nourishment are inverted. Inhabitants are forced to consume boiling water and the thorny zakum tree, which, rather than sustaining them, only multiplies their internal agony. The physical pain is matched by psychological torment. They suffer in isolation, occasionally breaking the silence only for bitter debates. Looking at this web of earthly relationships, we see the condemned attempting to cast blame outward onto their leaders or Satan. But those connections snap, leaving them isolated with the realization that they are responsible for their own choices. Then comes the finalizing punishment. God addresses the inhabitants and commands them to remain silent, severing all divine connection and hope. Infinite existence, severed from the Creator's mercy, turns immortality into the ultimate prison. Amidst the physical fire and the isolation, the greatest psychological torment of hell is a single, desperate, unanswered wish for just one more chance to return to Earth. They don't wish to build wealth or seek fame. They want to return, simply to perform a single prayer, show a moment of kindness, and to sincerely repent. Take a breath. Feel your pulse right now. Your heart is still beating. You are currently holding the exact, fleeting resource that billions of condemned souls are screaming for. you still have time. The afterlife is a rapidly approaching reality. Trading eternal peace for temporary earthly distractions is a mathematical failure you cannot afford. Avoiding this regret is actionable right now. It requires only the decision to sincerely repent and establish your daily prayers. There are practical tools available to help you alter your trajectory, like our free apps designed to guide your daily salah and help you learn the Quran. Shape your final earthly hours wisely today, so your first 24 hours in eternity begin with peace.